Okay, boxing fans, right now I'm talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Austin No Doubt Trout. Looking at their records, Austin Trout, 26 wins, 14 of which by way of knockout, undefeated. Saul Canelo Alvarez, 41 wins, undefeated but with a draw, 30 knockouts, 11 decisions. Looking at the attributes, well, actually, first I'm going to point out something, okay? There is a one-way rematch clause in this fight. That means if Saul loses this fight, he can get a rematch. If Austin Trout loses this fight for any reason, knockout, robbery, or points loss, close or not, he cannot get a rematch. Okay, that may be testament in this match. That may be paramount in this fight. Okay, I promise you that it could be. Okay, looking at the attributes, power, Canelo is the advantagee, or whatever. Right, big power. This guy has. You can hit you to the body, head, you'll feel it. Right. He seems to load up pretty much on every shot. He is a good finisher, natural killer instinct. History's told us if you stand in front of his shots, you're going to, make a date with the canvas. And people don't like that. Another thing, people will suggest that his finishing ability is not that good because he didn't stop people like Matty Hatton and Shane Mosley. And also Love Mondo. However, what I will say is, those guys have built up years and years and years of experience, okay? And they're brilliant, what are they? Brilliant spoilers. They know how to spoil a fight, really stink the joint out. And they did that to him, I think, personally. Ryan Rhodes, he knocked clean out, dropped him and stopped him easily. Other guys that he's fought, Mexicans, dropped and stopped. Some Americans dropped and stopped. Unfortunately, he fought Josecito Lopez. I didn't actually have any problem with that fight because Josecito beat the man who was supposed to get the fight. Even though he was out of his weight limit, it was only fair to give him the fight. Right, moving on from there. I mean, if he didn't get the fight, people only be moaning, saying, look, he beat him, why didn't he get the fight? Well, he did get the fight, now everyone's moaning that he was too small. No shit, Sherlock. Right, moving on. Okay, Trout, he had decent power when facing limited opposition, aka domestic opposition. He dropped and stopped a lot of people. Since he stepped up into international level, fringe contenders, and also, up in the world level, he's not stopped many, if any, of his opponents, okay? That means he's either knockout puncher power, which I think he does have, or he doesn't have natural killer instinct, and that's where I think the problem is with Austin Trout. He focuses on winning the fights on points now, but the main issue is I think he sometimes admires his work a little bit too much, even if he gets the guy hit. So, moving on from that, speed is with Trout, no doubt, yeah. Trout's very fast, nice fast fighter, good slick fighter, nice fast hands, nice fast foot speed. Like him, good guy. Defensive fighter, very good. However, Canelo is no slouch, fires fast combinations off, he's got decent hand speed of his own, but like I said, he can load up on his punches, and they can look slower, because of him telegraphing them. I think his movement is underrated, he can cut the ring down, or he was up in people's faces quite quickly in a lot of his fights. So that's decent. Hand speed's okay, but I give Trout a clear advantage in that one. Boxing ability, looking here, Trout, he's a good boxer. I like him. Very defensive. That could be an issue because defensive fighters don't get the respect they deserve because people say they're boring, and I can understand that because people, they want to get value for money. Like people want to see knockouts and shit. And with Trout, you're not guaranteed a knockout at all. You're not guaranteed a fight of the year either. That's just something to think about. But he's a nice slick fighter, good on the front foot, good on the back foot, nice hand speed, nice foot speed. I like him, big guy too. I think he could move up to 160 if shit doesn't go right, and he could have a good run there too, fight some decent opposition there. Canelo is a big guy, I like him. Decent boxer, great power, some speed of his own, very nice body shots, and he likes to land the left hand. That could be an issue for what's-his-face, Austin Trout, because he took a 1 or 2 left hands to Miguel Cotto when Miguel Cotto was actually looking okay in the middle rounds before he gassed out and Austin Trout, really put it on him and outclassed him. But overall, yeah, they're both good fighters in their own styles, just totally different. Where it comes down to will be the experience, yeah. People right now always say, well, Canelo's not a 154-pound fighter, never fought no 154 pounds. Well, that's not strictly true. And I mean, let's look at Trout. He's not done too much against 154-pound fighters either at the top level. I mean, as Mexicans say, let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? That's what they'll say, right? Look at it like this: Austin Trout's biggest fight was against Miguel Cotto, who's not a 154-pound fighter, and he clearly won that fight in my opinion, right? The only problem is 140-pound fighter at his best, Miguel Cotto, 147. Oh, he's okay, not a 154-pound fighter at all. In fact, I would say he's pretty much shot at 154 pounds. 154 pounds. In fact, look at his record who he's fought. None of those guys who he's fought are top class guys, and well, the guys who beat anyway. Look at Canelo. Now he's also faced a large number of shot fighters, and some also well-known faces, right, at 154 pounds. And he's, these guys were out of their weight limit. But the point is, he's got the better experience for fighting the more well-known people, different styles, stuff like that. So I'm going to give Canelo a slight advantage in terms of experience. Not that I don't think it'll matter, because Trout's style is very unique. There could be a load of times where he's finding it hard to land on Trout in this fight, and Trout could look very good in this fight at times. The only problem is this fight is in Texas. There is a one-way rematch clause. Now I don't know why Trout, signed that document, but if I saw that one-way rematch clause, especially considering he's a world champion, I wouldn't be signing that contract. So I'm going to say Canelo will win a decision. Now, if he deserves to win it, is another thing, because I'm not going to say he's going to win it clearly. It could be a robbery, and I think there's more chance of Canelo winning a robbery than there is of Trout winning a decision, fairly. See what I mean? So I'm going to say Canelo's going to win this fight. He's not going to knock him out, and he might not even deserve to win this fight, but he'll win this fight.